Hey guys, this is Chase Knight with Chase BT 694 playing a little Twilight Struggle against SaucySoviet. So Saucy asked if we were recording, so I said why not? We'll record. So we're getting it set up. Um, Real quick, looking at our opening cards. We've got actually a pretty solid hand to start off with. We got a great headline, Red Scare. I don't think there's anything else here I would even really consider headlining. And then we've got some great ops with nuclear test ban, Comic Con, U.S. Japan. Um, we have two of his cards that we'd love for us to get, so that way he doesn't get them, and decall and destall. In an ideal world, we'd be able to hold on to these until turn 3. But with this hand, we'll probably go ahead and space decall, and then UN intervention destall. Kind of the action round 6 last play. Kind of wait and protect against blockade. So pretty traditional setup. 4 in West Germany, 3 in Italy. We threw our extra op into Iran, and we'll see kind of what he does. He plays a little bit of a unconventional headline with Romania. A lot of times you'll see the Soviet player will hold on to Romania until hopefully till after independent Reds has been played. Because kind of what ends up happening is independent Reds gets played, 3 ops get slammed to Romania. So you end up having to put 3 more ops in there for your Soviets, or if US can play Truman and wipe them out, you can flip it and have a country adjacent to the superpower to get an extra victory point. So a little bit of a atypical action round 1 headline for the Soviets, but with that being said, he's waiting for us. So so we'll go ahead and get him going. So a lot of times makes me kind of think either he doesn't have a whole lot of ops and he was trying to keep his bigger op hand cards in his hand. So maybe the Red Scare might be a little bit dirtier to be. So he coups Warsaw Pact. It's only a 2. He rolls a 3. So we're in good shape there. So he doesn't quite knock us out, which is great. So we're going to go and play Comic Con. Keep our 4 op card behind us and go into Afghanistan. So if he coups back, we immediately go back into Pakistan. And then hopefully that just kind of leads us in good shape. He could take and coup Afghanistan because it won't drop to DEF CON, and we can coup back. That's definitely a option. So let's see what he does. So he plays East European Unrest. So we get to take back some of the influence that he had that he just got from Comic Con. But instead of repairing his damage, he's probably going to place influence or coup or something. So we'll see what he does. All right, so he just puts 1 in Afghanistan. So let's just kind of do a couple of different things. We could coup back into Afghanistan, or we could spread our influence out. We have a big op card, so we'd probably be successful with the coup, but it also kind of feels like a waste if we suddenly end up with, 4, 5, 6 ops in Afghanistan. So I think I'm going to gamble. This isn't a play I typically make, but we're going to give it a go, mainly because he's Red Scare. So kind of my idea here is especially based off of my recent cooing, is put the cooing chance on top of him. So we're going to go ahead and take Pakistan. We're going to go ahead and, put it on, a 3. I would guess he's going to use a China card based off of what I've seen from his hand so far. So instead of he'll get a 4 op card that just get to coup against us, it would be 5 if it wasn't for Red Scare. So, and essentially the idea is we'll just flip the tempo on him. So he rolls a 4, which is actually a pretty big number. So 50-50, we keep it. We're going to go ahead and take the Japan card, and we go ahead and take Pakistan. And then we're going to go ahead and throw one into right up underneath Thailand. So to kind of push for it. So throw one in Malaysia, kind of attack the Southeast Asia area too. So he gets India, but we end up with one of those. We've got the battleground next to it. So we're in pretty good shape, so if we can eventually, we're all right. So he plays Suez Crisis. He puts one in South Korea, one in India. We don't have a whole lot of ops here left because we kind of definitely front loaded the way we played this hand. But we're going to match in India, and then we basically have to space decall, and then we'll play 3 ops on our last turn with D-stall. Unless he blockades us, we get just the 1 extra op. But luckily, he's been red scared. Hopefully, we've kind of kept the tempo kind of where we want. We'll see what happens. So we might still, we could still coup at the end of the turn. He hasn't yet. Let's see what he does. So we'll get Formosan. We're going to go ahead and space this. So he threw his 1 off in South Korea, so he's pushing South Korea, which is nice. That means we still have a shot at India, depending on what he does here. So he plays containment. So we'll have this for 2 ops, but it'll make D-stall be a 4 op card. So he goes ahead and takes South Korea, but all right. So we're going to go ahead and take India, and then we're going to throw our 1 extra op into Lebanon. So just in case we get Middle East scoring card, then we could headline it potentially for a possible 6 points. So we don't get Middle East, but we do get Asia, which we're awesome shape in Asia, and we have Europe. So I look at my hand, I have De Gaulle, so we might have a chance to be able to take Europe. There's 2 options here. There's Duck and Cover and Capture Nazi Scientist for our headline. I'm going with Capture Nazi Scientist. 1 op card. I'd much rather play it as an event. So I'm probably going to play it for the event, even if I played something else. So might as well headline it. I'll also pick up 2 victory points there. The main reason is it lets us have Duck and Cover for 3 ops. So he headlines Middle East, which is a little peculiar since he has opportunity to coup us back here and actually even it out. So a little peculiar play. I'm guessing he was searching and thinking or really hoping we'd play defectors. So it's going to coup. Let's see what he does. So 2 ops. He rolls a 3. Once again, same result as last time. So we're going to go ahead and take Thailand, repair Iran, and then based off of what he does, hopefully we'll be able to score Asia for 6. So main thing we're worried about here is really the Indian-Pakistan war card. But a 5 or 6 is what, so he has it, of course. And he rolls a 4, so we're safe. So 5 or 6 he would have taken it, but instead he rolls 4, and we're able to score for 6 victory points. That jumps us up to 11. So looking at this, we also have Europe and De Gaulle. So hopefully we can play De Gaulle into France and go ahead and take it. Hopefully, let's see. So he plays independent Reds, 2 ops. So thing we mentioned about Romania, that happened. Truman's still in the deck, so might be able to flip that at some point. And he goes West Germany. So we're going to go ahead and play De Gaulle to go ahead and see if we can push Europe. And instantly after I play that, the thing that we worry about here is blockade. So that was really our only 3 op card is blockade. It didn't come out round 1 or turn 1. So hopefully we can dodge blockade. Because otherwise, if he doesn't have blockade, I think we'll be able to manage to score Europe for 5. But if he does have it, we'll probably score for even and lose West Germany. So he's played Special Relationship. And instead of slamming both those ops into UK to keep the event from happening, he lets the event happen. So we're able to put the one to prepare to do France, and then he's going to put his 2 ops elsewhere. Kind of interesting way, if he goes the other way, tempo wise for us, we need at least 3 ops to be able to score Europe for 5. Repair West Germany, repair West Germany, repair France, and repair UK. So he goes into Spain, Portugal. So I guess he's thinking he can possibly uh, even it out. So he's also commenting that it looks like I'm probably going to win this game, but we all played this game enough to know there's huge swings in this game. So we'll go ahead and repair West Germany. We throw one in Greece. And he's successful on the war card, so he picks up 2 victory points and overprotects the stew out of South Korea. So take a little bit to get back into South Korea, but later in the game, maybe Yasuri, maybe Voice of America can chip away at it, but most likely it's probably going to be his rest of the game. Yeah, indeed, South Korea is indeed extra communist. So he spaces, picks up the victory point, but more importantly, we're going to pick up 5 victory points. So we push our lead to 13. So it doesn't look like he had blockade. Like I would have definitely gambled with a blockade at that point. But as Russia, I like to play blockade in turn 2. A lot of times it pulls some extra. He does have blockade. Okay. So, and he coups with it, but he coups non-battleground, so it gives us an opportunity to coup back and keep him picking up the 2 victory points for military ops. So our coup hour roll 4, not quite good enough to do anything, but more importantly, it was a roll to keep him getting 2 victory points. So looking at our hand, the first thing I was looking for was we've got Middle East. Right now we can score it for 4. The one card I would worry about the most is Nasser. So we're going to play Middle East scoring. We picked that up for 4. He could have gotten D-Stall back. If he had D-Stall, he could have possibly gotten back in there and stymied that as well. So here's what I'm looking at. We're going to score this for 4 points. He's going to do some damage in Europe. And then if he follows that up with, a big card to flip one of those European battlegrounds, we play Asia and we win. So we're going to have a chance here in real quick fashion, which would literally be turn 1, or action round 1 in turn 3 as a win as U.S. So he does exactly that. He flips Italy. No big deal. We score Asia for the win. So, wow. So, quick game. I mean, one of the quickest U.S. games I've ever had. Typically, to have everything go right, almost, to be able to do that. So definitely a tough one for Saucy. There was nothing really, maybe some things that if he knew what we had, he would have played a little bit different. Like if he would have known what our hand looked like, probably plays blockade. We got super lucky with the Pakistan deal. Not super lucky. I mean, he had to roll a 5 or a 6 to flip that. But 5 or 6 happened a lot. So we have, a situation here where just the scoring cards came out at the right time. He gambled on a Middle East scoring card. I'm presuming that he was thinking we would play defectors. So we called an extra 6 victory points there. He didn't give himself a chance to even out the Middle East. That was definitely kind of a risky play by Saucy. And we come out with the early war U.S. victory, which it really is pretty rare. I mean, they don't happen. They don't have to come around too often. Typically, if somebody wins in the war, a lot of times it turns out to be the Russians. So the kind of chat with Saucy, he's right. I mean, he did get some low op hands. He did have some unfavorable dice rolls. But really, you look back at his dice rolls. If there were threes, fours, it wasn't like he was hitting. You know, it wasn't like he was super unlucky. It just he either had a two-op card or he was under red scare, and it hurt him. So instead of being able to knock me out, completely and switching influence, he's chipping me away and not flipping it. So anyway, great game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We told Saucy before the game that we'd record, post it, so go ahead and post it, even though it's only a quick 15-minute video. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll make a few more of these. Love to see your comments down below. All right, guys, next time.